to feel the vibe. I ain't stressing today. Yo, I ain't stressing today. Bounce. You negative, well I ain't got time. I ain't stressing today. Yo, I ain't stressing today. Bounce. Peace and love is on my mind. I ain't stressing today. Hold up, I ain't stressing today. Bounce. I'ma tell you one more time. I ain't stressing today. Yeah, I ain't stressing today. Bounce. Watch my whip today. I buffed it up good with the.
Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Rum Punch and Beignets podcast. Brought to you by Boot Krewe Media. Check out exclusive content, giveaways, and episodes from us and our brother and sister podcast on Boot, that's crew with a K, media.com. Okay, so this week's episode is sponsored by, as always, Sweet Embrace. These quality, handmade accessories are here to simplify your beauty routine with no tutorials necessary. They are pre-tied satin-lined turbans and headbands made to make protective styling easier and bad hair days a thing of the past. Make sure you visit them online because I did today during Christmas shopping. Shopsweetembrace.com and follow them on Instagram at shopsweetembrace. So we're back in the studio, and on today's episode we're talking about vulnerability because we're adults
and we are vulnerable.
Yes, before we get started we are trying to be one of us more so than the other. I think
I don't know.
you be trying.
I feel like I'm better now.
You do. You are.
It's still a process.
So today, our special cocktail from Happy Raptor. It's
giving
simple.
very family cookout ish. It's our silver. It's the 504 silver with cranberry pineapple juice.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna clink up to that.
Clink. This is what you make when like the champagne gone or like the Douce gone because your uncle drank it up playing spades.
This is
what you made.
This is what we had left in the cabinet. So this is what we're drinking.
See, I wasn't trying to tell him that. But
we gotta be honest. We're being vulnerable here.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? So today, let's get into the topic of vulnerability. Sometimes it takes time, whether it be in romantic relationships, friendships, or with our friends and family members. So we have to be our genuine selves. We may feel as if we can't trust certain people to bare our souls to. So sometimes we kind of like shut ourselves off. So to start, we're going to give you the exact definition because some people be saying vulnerability and just be saying words and don't know what they mean.
Don't know what it's talking about.
Yeah, so the exact definition of vulnerability is the quality and state or of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed either physically, emotionally, or mentally. So an example of being vulnerable in say your friendships would be revealing parts or facts about yourself that you think are embarrassing, but then if they really your people, they don't think that's embarrassing. That's just a part of you, and that's a part of them getting to know you. Like I remember when me and B met. I know I told her something embarrassing because we was having a grand time the weekend we met. And I know I said something. I probably just was like, didn't think nothing of it. And B was like, so?
Because I don't judge.
You don't. You really don't
judge because
you don't.
We all have our quirks.
We do.
We all have our things. So why judge? I would like to get to know all of these quirks. You know? That makes the person whoever they are. That makes them them.
That's true. Or, in relationships, people are afraid to be vulnerable because they feel like, things, past traumas from past relationships may be like hindering them and they be kind of like closed off. It may be like a brick wall. And they be like, I'm not telling you shit. I'm not doing shit. And they be like really tough because they're like, the last time I was like this with somebody and I let my guard down, they fucked over me.
Right.
I understand.
So with that, so let's just kind of hop into it. Where would you say your vulnerability meter is on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't know. It's weird because I feel like I'm vulnerable with people to an extent. And then when I get to know them and I feel good about them and my spirit feels good about them, yeah, I fuck with you. You know, I let it down. You'll hear all kind of weird shit about me.
So how soon do you think for you, how is it easier for you to be vulnerable with people, or do you think that it takes a while for you to really get there?
For somebody to get to know like the really quirky shit, the weird shit about me, it takes some time. But like goofy shit I don't really care about. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Like I'll give you an example. I have a friend, and me and her been friends for 5 years, so about as long as me and you. And at first we were just hanging out and getting to know each other because you know we were working together. And I think I would like to think she seen me cry. And when you seen me cry, that mean I really fuck with you, like real hard. And like me and this girl, we tight. Like, and I think it took until maybe close to the end of that year that we met for her to like meet my family, because that's kind of big. You bring people into your life and you bring them around your family. Like that's not no easy thing to do.
Right.
And that's kind of big when you bring like your friends or your significant other around your family, because you know it's your family. These are the people who help make you who you are. And you know some of the creative quirks that you have, your family gave them to you. And you know, I want to say it took like some months for me to bring her around my family, but like, girl, y'all, they ask about her all the time, and they be like, where they ask about her more than they ask about me. Or I'll give y'all another example. In my relationship, my current relationship, we've been together for a while now, and every time I speak to my family, they really do ask about more than me. They're just, hey, how your friend? Like my grandmother, she still call him my friend. Like I
That's not
remember,
gonna change until y'all get married or something. I
I
promise
don't
you
even think it'll
that.
change then, because literally as of last year, this lady sent us a Christmas card that said, Merry Christmas, love you, Dominique, and your friend too. I still got that card. I was getting our Christmas stuff out ready, like maybe a week ago or something. And I found all, you know, Christmas cards from like years past and stuff. And that was the one top on the pile. I was like, this lady, this lady. And then she loved him to death. But like that was no easy thing for me to do, take him around my family. Um, like I said about past traumas. This is a personal example. I'm being vulnerable right now, okay? So back in my 20s, I dated this guy. We were in a serious relationship. We talked about getting married. We met each other's family, whole shebang, right? And we took couples pictures. My grandmother still has our pictures, by the way, in her house, and I told her to put them shits up. And last time she told me, I told her that when we was there, and she said the fuck off, basically.
Oh,
Um,
that's her house. She said she gonna do what she want.
yeah, still got embarrassing things going on there, and she just will not take them down. But we took couples pictures. So fast forward to my current long term relationship. He brought up an idea a few months ago. Hey, babe, let's do Christmas cards. Let's do Christmas photos, or let's take couples pictures this year. And I was like, and he was like, what that mean? And I said, I explained to him, because I had this thing of, because I was with that person and so many things that went on, we kind of got like really deep. I was like, I don't take pictures with niggas no more. I said it straight like that. I was like, I don't take pictures with niggas no more because I don't know what's gonna happen, and I would hate to have to throw all that shit away. And I think that too came from like being engaged and having to call for my wedding and then throw all of that shit away, like
Yeah.
months and months worth of like planning and receipts and all that shit. I think that's where all that came from. So like I had to tell him, like I had to be honest. He said, well, that ain't me and that ain't us. You're not 21, 22 anymore, 20. You're not
Boop,
19 no more.
boop,
He was like, we're almost fucking 40.
boop, boop.
We're building something. We've built something up to this point. Why you don't want to take pictures? And I was like, well, just let me think about it then. And here we are.
Exactly. That man said, "Stop fucking playing with me. Stop comparing me to them little ass boys. It's a whole nother relationship." as he should have.
The Uptown came out.
Hand clap to you, Unc, because that's exactly what you should have said.
The Uptown came out on that one. He was just like, you know what? I'm not them. That's not this. This ain't that.
He had to put his foot down.
Yeah,
Put his dick
and
on the table.
that's an
You gotta listen to
example.
him.
That's a true example of like having to be vulnerable and be like, okay, this should happen, but I don't expect the same. I expect the same result, but I cannot expect the same result because in a lot of situations, we'll be vulnerable with people. It's not the same person that we dealt with, say, in the past that gave us whatever preconceived assumption
Right.
that leads us to not being vulnerable. Now, you on the other hand, you done got better though.
Being honest, my meter, my level of vulnerability is probably at a 4.7368724.
This is not a mathematic equation right now. We are not doing A times
But that's
X.
where it is. Like it's creeping up there now. And this is years of work, you guys. Because before my vulnerability was like at a 1, if at best, and that was on a good day.
Shit, I was gonna say a 0.
Oh, 1 was a good day. A regular day would probably be like a 0.
Like
a bad day was like
0.5.
a negative 30. Like
negative 30.
That's what it was. But now,
Nigga, that's way down on the number line.
at this beautiful stage that I'm in, like, yes, I'm getting closer to a 5. And I will be happy when I get to that 5. The goal is for me to get to like a 7. And that's why I'll be comfortable with a 7. If I surpass a 7,
I fuck with you. Yeah, I fuck with you.
Give me a motherfucking Emmy, bitch, because I did it. I need the Grammys. Give me the EGOT. That's what I want. Because, bitch, I fucking did it. I made it.
Oh my God.
I did. But, like, that's why I always do feel like you were way more vulnerable than me, of course. But
because I be telling y'all all my little stuff that I know I done did. I done be done fucked up and everything. And then y'all just, well, Dom, that was a great story. That's why I love you. And I'm like, nigga, that was hard to tell. That's years worth of shit. Listen.
Yeah, but also it just seems like it comes easy for you.
But you know where I got that from now I think about it? I got that from my dad. My dad is a very open, vulnerable person. He always likes to pretend like he hard and manly and all of that. But like my daddy fuck with everybody. Like,
that's not my story. That is not my plight. Because I grew up in a home where what goes on in your household stays in your household. You do not tell nobody what's going on. You do not run your mouth like that. Like it was I won't say it was secretive, but we believed in holding our cards close.
Like that's not your business.
Right. And if you were to go run and say something outside of that, it's
somebody
you're liable to get a whooping,
right.
And you're liable to be fussed at and all of that. So I kind of grew up in a household where whatever was going on stayed in the house. We talked about it within the house. We solved it within the house. We didn't go outside. We didn't tell everybody everything that was going on.
Right.
And that's why people have known me for years and don't truly know me. They just know of me. They've been knowing me 15 plus years and they can't tell you shit about me besides the basic information that I allow for people to know.
Like your birthday, and some of them don't even know your birthday.
They probably know. They know I have a mother and a brother. That's what they know. And then other than that, they know she gets loud, she is funny, she play all day. That's it. She really do, like they just know she wants. We can call her to go get drinks or something like that. Like,
yeah,
I make sure it's
because she had a great time with us on our party, just grand.
Okay, like most people know me for surface level, and I purposely have it that way,
right?
Because I don't want everybody in my business. 1, 2, I don't trust everybody like that.
Right.
So if I were to cry in front of somebody, bitch, it's major.
Like she really, really fuck with you. I think I've only seen this girl cry one time,
and it probably wasn't even a full cry.
It wasn't.
It was a tear or two.
It was like an alligator cry.
Like that. Yes, I don't do that. I'm not a crier as it is. But if I cry, if you get me hard down, bawling, crying, oh, I love you and you're stuck.
I hope
like,
that's one thing I cannot like being friends with people, like deep good friends with people. I hate when my friends cry, because then I just be sitting there like, damn. In the back of my mind, on one side it'd be like, damn, they really fuck with you. They letting it all out in front of you, and then on the other side it'd be like, God, what do I do?
Sometimes you don't have to do anything.
Just
literally just be there. Just be that shoulder for them to cry on.
As I'm getting older, I'm realizing sometimes you don't have to say nothing. You just let people be vulnerable in a space with you because they feel comfortable with you. And, they can be transparent with you because they know it ain't going to go no further between you and them.
Mm-hmm.
And that leads to the next thing. Do we think people take advantage of others being vulnerable in a space with them and then possibly use it against them? I'm going to answer absolutely. I'm going to answer yes. Absolutely. Because, we grown. We all have been in situations where people take your shit and use it against you. Like they get to know you. They love you. They deep down, hard down with you. And then say y'all have mad day. And then all your shit out in the open.
Yep.
Some shit that like you told them in all confidence and trusting that that's where it stayed. And then it's just all out in the open.
Exactly. And that's kind of a hard thing to avoid because I've seen it where people have been friends almost all their lives. And then just one thing kind of broke that whole relationship and they just emptied out all the skeletons. And I'm just like, damn, that's how y'all fucking rocking with each other?
Like, bitch, that's how I go on Mad Day?
I can't do that. I don't do that. To this day, there are people that I don't even fuck with anymore. I will not give out their secrets. Now, if their secrets come to me, then I cannot confirm or deny, but I'm gonna be like,
that's another situation. If it come to me, then I
just don't. I don't trust people who feel like they have to throw somebody under the bus. Like if y'all don't fuck with each other anymore, y'all just don't fuck with each other anymore.
Right. And
leave it at that.
Right. Leave that shit where it is. Don't be dragging people shit out in the street because people don't ask for that. They come to you in confidence and secrecy because they, fuck with you. And they expect that whatever they told you in confidence, they expect that it stays between y'all. It don't go out in the street. It don't go to your mother, your brother, whoever else. That's between the person.
Exactly. And I think that has a lot to do, of course, that has a lot to do with people being afraid of being vulnerable or being very cautious or secretive or private, however you want to label it. That's the reason, because they don't want their business or their feelings to be thrown back into their face down the line years later. Their mistakes or whatever the case may be to be thrown right back at them down the line. Like,
and say y'all get the fussing and falling out and all of that, and then you get in an argument, because that go for relationships too, like romantic relationships.
Exactly.
Like I tell you something and then I'm being vulnerable and open with you, and then you get mad with me and we having an argument. Like, don't throw that shit back in my face. And then you throw out,
that's why your dick small. You can't do that, y'all. Y'all gotta stop doing that. Y'all gotta stop doing that. Ladies, stop doing that. You've been fucking with that small dick nigga all this time.
And don't say that's why you nut quick. Or don't say that's why your mama didn't love you.
Y'all.
Nigga, that's bad.
Y'all be bringing up sometimes
hurtful
ass things. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been in situations where I really wanted to do that. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you a story. Oh
my God.
So recently, it was I'm not gonna say recently, but it was someone that I was kind of talking to, not really dating per se. We were trying to date or whatever the case may be, but he was or is, because he's still alive. He's an aspiring.
Help.
My
help,
bad.
God.
He's an aspiring artist, right? And so that I kept that little nugget in here. You know, he would show me stuff. He would like let me listen to things, ask for my opinions. You know, of course. And I'm doing that, and I'm giving my honest opinion. I'm trying to say it in the nicest way, and just be like, you know what? Hey, have you thought about looking at it this way, or have you thought about doing da 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 da?
Yeah.
You know, but sir didn't really like my opinions. It is what it is. Anyway, he'll try to. It is what it is. So anyway, we go and we wind up getting into an argument about having me wait on him. Like, I'm a big stickler for my time. Do not waste my time. If we say we're gonna meet up at 8:00, bitch, I'm gonna give you a 15-minute grace period. But I really don't like that I have to give you a 15-minute grace period, because your ass should have been there at 7:55 waiting on me. That's how I feel. But I also understand that sometimes shit happen. I be late sometimes. So I'm gonna give that 15-minute grace period. But once I have to wait 30 plus minutes, we have a fucking problem. Houston, we got a fucking problem. So we were having an argument about that, going back and forth. And instead of me, you know, trying to continue the argument, I was just like, you know what? I think you need to just, you know, leave me alone. Don't check for me no more. We don't have to have this conversation because this shit not about to work.
Yeah.
So sir he decides to tell me that I am disingenuous and that I ain't gonna never find nobody because I got a fucked up ass attitude. And that was when the test came, because God was testing me in that moment. Because I could have easily said, bitch, that's why you're almost 40 and you'll never have a fucking rap career. But no, I didn't say that. I didn't. I said, you are right, sir, because I have people that I attract that actually fuck with me, and you ain't that person. I could have easily really went for the jugular. I could have had a couple more in my ammunition.
You could have stopped it. That's why you almost 40 with a rap career.
I really wanted to like unload the clip on his ass, but God saved me. Yes, he did. God saved me. But like that is a example of holding your tongue. One, stop laughing. And that's an example of like somebody trying to use you against you. Unhealthy ass bitch. You need to go fucking heal. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. Sorry. Oh, God saved me. Hallelujah. Yes, he did. But yes, that is an example.
That's why you gotta stop fucking with rapper niggas, especially when they almost 40. Like, Hove is the only exception to somebody that still be rapping and they almost 60 years old, but you almost 40 and you live in New Orleans. And
see, and I'm just saying, like,
I got tears in my eyes. I fucking hate you.
I know for a fact, like, he was being vulnerable with me when we were in a good space. And it would have been fucked up of me to use that against him. Very much fucked up. But I got it off my chest still, just not to his face.
And if he listens to the show, bitch, you heard
you don't know who you are. And I really don't give a fuck. You know how to find me. What's up? Anyway. Y'all, I'm not like this. I am like this. But that again, that just goes into being vulnerable, and which is why I always have a wall up when it comes to guys, because you don't know. Stop laughing, girl. Commercial break.
And the camera can't cut, so I can get myself together. This bitch said, you know who you are. Come find me. See.
I'm just gonna smile. You done? Get it together, sis.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna make sure to tell Ellen to cut
Go
this
ahead
part
with your
out.
point. Go ahead. So I get myself together. Hold on. Okay, go.
So this is why, like, I know for me, it takes me a minute to be vulnerable with guys, because they be just saying some shit and they don't realize that they've already given me all of their cards, and I could literally slice their ass the fuck up. But I've been choosing not to, trying to give grace to people, and they don't like to accept that. They don't know how to accept that. And I feel like anytime that I've ever been vulnerable with someone, a guy especially, I feel like they've always low-key used it against me, or they'll be like, in some form of fashion, they will try to use that shit against me. And then they will not create a safe space for me to truly want to be vulnerable. Because I always feel like I have to walk on eggshells. And if I feel like I have to walk on eggshells, I'm going to have an attitude. And this dynamic is just not going to work.
Right.
Because now I feel like I have to be on the defense. And that makes you feel like you got to be on the defense. And then we're just going to be two defensive ass people trying to be in a relationship.
And it's not gonna be
work.
That sounds so chaotic.
It is chaotic. It's very chaotic.
Like y'all low-key kind of like non-verbally beefing.
I don't beef with anybody. I don't have beef. I don't do that. I got it off my chest, child. Once it's off my chest, it's done. I don't.
And boy, when you get it off your chest, boy, do you? Oh, it's my
done,
God.
Child. That's why I keep looking young. Some of y'all gotta let that beef go. Once you let that beef go, you won't look like 10-day-old bananas. Riped. Spotty.
see what are we talking
Take
about?
it over, Dom, because
there's a situation. Yeah, I'm trying to compose myself here because this bitch is crazy. Trying to compose myself. Okay, so like damn. Fucking, I can't stand you. Cause now you got me thinking about a past situation similar to that. And I know this
tell us
person
about it.
All right. Fuck it.
No names. Just give a situation.
They gonna know their name, child.
If they listen, I mean,
they do now.
A hit dog is always gonna holler.
All the time. Yeah, like somebody asked me, I was kind of messing around with. They asked me, how does this sound? How does this look? Like, you gonna ask me, I'm gonna give you an honest opinion, because one thing I do not do is have people out here looking crazy.
Exactly.
If you
we
say,
don't do yes men.
We are not that. That ain't this and this ain't it. Okay. And I will give him honest opinions on things, and it just like, sir, do something, be realistic. That's all I ask. Be realistic. And we got in a situation where we had an argument, same shit. Had an argument. And of course he threw my shit against me, but then I was like, you know what? I said it like that. I said, just loud, because nobody ever knows me to be like loud and like,
Right. You have a very mild mannered tone, and we like to keep it that way.
Yeah, that time I got out of character like real bad. And I was like, you know what? And then before I could even catch myself, I unlike you, I used this shit against him. I was like, that's why you got such and such and such and such and baby mamas, and yeah. So I'm not proud of myself by a long shot. Not at all. And the only person that knows about this story is my best friend, because I told her. But she was like, I would have been said something. Because she just is petty. She's just as petty. But I couldn't stop myself that time, man. That was the one and only time I've been angry in a really, really long time. And I used somebody's, them against them.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it felt good when I said it. It felt good just now when I retold the story. But after sitting back and thinking about it and how that man was vulnerable me to a degree, I realized I fucked up, and that's being accountable.
Yeah, that's being accountable.
And
yes.
I ain't gonna lie, I did not feel like a shitty person when I did it. I felt good.
Let's be real. Sometimes you have to do that.
Some people deserve to be told about themselves, though.
Because for me, I will say, and this mostly happens with the male species, because they do a lot of fucking talking. They never actually listen, and they say things to push you and take you there. And they think that they're so egotistical. They think they know every fucking thing. They feel like what they do and say is just how it's supposed to be and everything like that. And when you try to have a grown-up conversation and be like, well, hey, have you looked at it from this point of view? Hey, I really don't like when you do that because this is making me feel a certain type of way.
Right.
And instead of them listening, taking it in and being like, okay, I hear you, they still like to poke at the bear. They still like to keep going. And they
bitch,
want you to pop.
That's why, well, not bitch, because most men I know are been with or been friends with.
They're not gonna call you.
They don't call it. They at least have
unless y'all like that. I mean, ladies,
some piece of respect. No, that's why you're in like personal shit too. Like I got in an argument with this dude I was dating, and he was like, "That's why your daddy left your mama." Because okay, as I've told y'all on multiple episodes, my parents are divorced. They cool now, but they wasn't cool once upon a time. And I felt the way about that. So I held on to that for a long time. And this guy used to get me. He was like, that's why your daddy left your mom. And it's like, bitch, I told
his
you
daddy
that.
better still be in the same house with his mama.
And he was not.
Exactly. So and that's
and I was just like, I told you. That really hurt my feelings because it's like I told you that because I felt the way about that situation with my parents. Even at my big age, I still felt like it was my fault. And I confided in you with that, and then you just use it against me like, bitch, go ahead. And now they be on Facebook commenting on pictures and stuff talking about, oh, you're so gorgeous.
Of course.
How you doing? What you doing now? Please leave me alone.
Well, so yes, like in these type of instances, it's always there will be people that like to toy with your vulnerability. But like I said, for me, I've been on a journey of really tapping into my vulnerability. But like the past, since 17, 18, I've been on this journey, like actively, intentionally wanting to be more vulnerable. And let me just say, it's hard. This shit is hard, okay?
It is.
Because you really have to not only be honest with yourself about how you're feeling or where you're at with certain things, but you also have to be able to communicate that.
Yes.
And it's hard to find those words sometimes. Sometimes you just want to sulk or be in your own emotions and your own truth by yourself, but you can't always do that because you can need that person that you tell this vulnerable truth to. Like, you possibly might need them. They might be able to help you get to the next level.
Right.
And what people don't understand or realize is that vulnerability is meant to help propel you to the next level.
Right.
And it's supposed to help you have those connections with others. It's supposed to help you build your network of people and support systems. And if you keep everything to yourself, you won't have anyone to actually be there for you. You won't have that tribe that you're looking for.
Right.
You won't have those moments of grace because you haven't allowed yourself grace, nor have you allowed anybody else to give you grace as well.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, word.
Oh,
Come on,
yeah.
Maya Angelou.
Yeah. And on that note of having support, thank you to Happy Raptor. They create premium infused rum inspired by our culture, our community, and the things that bring us joy. Their signature line of 100% Louisiana handcrafted. Oh my God. Yo, I really fucked that up. I was trying to be good and I'm still laughing at this nut. So yeah, Happy Raptor has a signature line of 504 rum in New Orleans, and it's handcrafted from 100% Louisiana molasses and no artificial ingredients. Shout out to the organic.
Boom, boom, boom.
Visit Happy Raptor at 1512 Carondelet to do your rum tasting. That was awful. I never mess up like that. Moving on to the hot topics. I'm just going to pretend like it never happens because I'm being vulnerable.
What's the hot topics?
Moving on. And I really had to work really hard to find some hot topics because most of the shit just get on my nerves. And most shit, I just felt like we were not giving energy to. Um, so this happened. Jason David Frank died. The dude who was the Green Ranger and then the White Ranger on Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah, R.I.P.
That was a little Hispanic one with the ponytail, huh?
No, yeah. Wait, no, Jason the Hispanic looking one, the Red Ranger. No, he had like a
Didn't he have a slick back?
yeah, he did. He did.
Do you? I mean, I know
He
sometimes they say
did.
people look alike now.
Yeah, I guess he looked Hispanic. I don't know. I just never thought he did. His skin was a little tan.
He was given olive oil, maybe Italian. That's probably what he was.
But rest in peace to him.
Yes,
I
R.I.P.
know as millennials, we all watch Power Rangers. Like, wait till we got home from school to turn on Power Rangers. Man, my favorite memory that made me think of like Power Rangers, like for real, was when, and I'm starting to sound like a geek, was when they had like the new Ninjazoids, when they had like and he had his own personal little dinosaur, and then he blew that little flute in his knife. Dun, dun, dun. I'm like, where the hell y'all get a flute sound from? But you know, being 8, 9, 10, you don't care nothing about that shit.
That
That's
shit was
Power
cool.
Rangers.
That shit was cool.
Even though every time they shot a fight scene with like the giant monster and the Megazords, they was always in the same like background. You ever notice that?
I did not pay attention.
You didn't watch Power Rangers?
I did watch Power Rangers, but I didn't notice that it was the same background.
I didn't notice that until Netflix put Power Rangers on there, the whole thing, and I
rewatched it as an adult. That's why you know. Because none of that shit didn't matter to us back then.
No, it did not.
We was there
I didn't
for the
care
fights.
that y'all was right.
We was there for the fight. We were there for the
Rita
action.
Repulsa with her little
We was trying to see what new moves we can pull out on the people. That's what
girl,
we was
and use them on the playground. So did.
That's what we were looking for. Fuck the background. Fuck what they look like.
What Power Ranger toy I want next? Nigga, I remember they had that knife as a toy, and my brother broke mine. Yeah, and it had like the little buttons on it, so you could press it and then make the little noise.
Did you beat him up?
No, he was little. You know they younger than me, like way younger than me.
I understand that. I mean, my brother's the younger than me too, but me and him had a fight or two. That little bitch, let me tell you.
Joe, sorry. I don't know nothing.
I had a flashback.
Joe, listen. I'm on your side. I'm on your side, Joe.
He was only 3. The baby was 3.
What you did?
I didn't do anything. Like, me and him was playing with each other, and he snuck the fuck out of me. Child, I wanted to him up so bad, but I have to remember he was only 3. So I like pushed him down, clipped him a little bit. He really got me. Moving on.
Oh, y'all. Okay, the next piece of little hot topic would be the World Cup. The World Cup of soccer is still going on. I'm not a soccer fan. Some of the storylines in the World Cup are just compelling, like the fact that they decided that they couldn't have no beer inside the stadium, but they decided like literally the day before the World Cup started, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, yeah, y'all can't have no beer. So people were really pissed off about that. And yeah, people were like making all kinds of jokes about like Iran because wherever the location of it is like in the Middle East and shit, just making all kind of Baghdad jokes and just being dickheads. And yeah,
sounds about right for social media.
Yeah. The next topic, and I really want y'all to wrap this next topic up. Like, finish your essay pronto stats, okay? Because I ain't got a dog in a fight, okay? Deion Sanders left JSU for Colorado. And like I said when I started this, I want y'all to wrap them essays and think pieces up, please, because why? Like, why y'all attacking this man? Like, I get that he brought like promise and hope, with more hope and more swag to Jackson State. Jackson State already had swag anyway, because it's Jackson State, like the Jackson State. Right. But like, you can't fault this man for, he said on a 60-minute interview, if somebody else from a Power 5 conference, which is like outside of the SWAC, were to approach me with some more money, yeah, I'm gonna take it. You would take it too.
He's doing this for money?
I don't even know. I really feel like Jackson State was like a stepping stone for him, honestly. I mean, I was glad for all the exposure that like the HBCUs don't normally get. I was
Right.
glad for all the elevated exposure they got because of him. And like everybody else outside of say the state of Mississippi or outside of SWAC got to see like HBCU culture. Cause I went to a PWI, but shit, that was one of the places I wish I would have went was Jackson State. Um, but like yeah, he gave added exposure, but in the same token, like the man already took a pay cut and was giving his salary for them to expand on the school and upgrade a lot of things that they had that they were lacking because HBCUs, if y'all don't already know, they don't get as much public funding from the government as say a PWI, and they could
Right.
be in the same state. Like I'm gonna show, I'll tell you, I'll give y'all an example. The way if y'all ever Google how Ole Miss looks versus how Jackson State looks, not the same. And that's because of money. I get that people are pissed, especially Jackson State people. I get it. I get it.
Honestly, I think that's why I'm kind of having trouble wrapping my mind about why he would leave, because you've invested so much into Jackson
Yes.
State.
Yes.
So and this is just in what, 1 year, right?
I
This
want
is
to
one
say
actual one season.
one full season.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've invested all of this into Jackson State only for you to
So
leave it?
leave.
Like you didn't even
It-
put real time in yet. I mean, yes, he's done a lot within this 1 year, but damn, it's like he picked it up at the toy store, got over it, and put it back.
But you have to realize who you fucking with. It's prime time.
I get that, but prime
And-
time, bitch, you looking like a prime
And they
hoe
got
right
people
now.
doing murals of him all around the city and all of that, and like believing in him. You gave people like this, and then talking about. So on one side, I get it, but on the other side, I feel for Jackson State mainly because you done bought into this man, and that's what any college football program you buy into the culture of the coach coming in, and the culture of the place, and the culture of the campus. You bought into this man. The I Believe shirts was all over the place. Who Ain't Swag was an actual song that it got turned into somebody said he wasn't swag. It looks like he proved that person correct and that was literally like a month ago. No, a month and a half, 2 months ago or something. They played Alcorn or somebody. And the coach was like at the press conference after the game and was like, he ain't swag. Well,
Yeah, obviously he's not. Because
yeah,
look where he
yeah.
at.
Yeah,
I just
he done left
I
y'all.
don't know. I just don't respect that because
I get the
it-
business portion, but yeah,
I
you're
don't-
right.
because I feel like, does he really need the money? I don't think
Mm-mm.
he does. So, and I thought he really went to Jackson State because he had this passion, this goal, this purpose of bringing football, high level football,
Right.
to the SWAC,
Right.
to HBCUs, because
Right.
they didn't look at HBCUs on the same level. So you just coming in for one hot second, you
Right.
changed everything about this school,
Right.
about their football team, about the standards, the
Mhm.
levels that all SWAC can go to, all
Mhm.
these HBCU teams, the
Mhm.
level that they can go to and aspire to, just to leave them hanging high and dry. So like for me, I can't fuck with it. I can't
feel
fuck
like
with it.
maybe like the coaching move was like maybe an ego thing.
He has always been a fucking narcissist anyway. So
He has been
he's
with his somebody on Twitter said with his 7 toes.
How do we know he got
And
7
I hollered because that's
How do we know this man got 7 toes?
let's see if they was joking or just making or just being
Girl, I'm not about
facetious.
to play with her. It needs toes. I'm not.
Does Deion Sanders have 7 toes? Hold on. Does Deion Sanders have 7 toes? No, you fucking lying. Okay. Deion Sanders has 2 toes amputated. So he do have, oh my God. Nigga, y'all go too far.
So he got 8 toes.
No, 2 of them got taken away. They got amputated. So he got
8 toes. I know how to count.
yeah. Bitch, y'all go too low. When you mad with somebody, baby, y'all go too low. Cause I really did not know that man had that
Oh
many toes
Lord.
until y'all was mad at
Why
him for
y'all all up in this
leaving.
man's feet like that? Like
Oh my
that's ridiculous.
God. Son,
Child.
y'all went too low. Y'all down bad for calling out that. See, he was being vulnerable, and y'all used his vulnerability against him because y'all was mad. Y'all wrong.
Oh my God. Okay, next and last topic, Dom.
Oh
Lord.
my God. Y'all are ridiculous. The last topic, because I've been studying and B been working and I ain't had no time to tune into no kind of mess. The last topic is, of course, we seen everybody doing their Spotify and Apple rap because it is the end of the year. I know I wasn't ashamed of mine because I know what I listened to for literally the last half of the year since January to no, not January, since July the 29th. I know what I listened to.
Beyonce.
And Church Girl, I listened to it like I think the things that I listened to it like over 130 some odd times. Yeah, and then Renaissance was in like my top 5. I'm not ashamed.
You
I'm
shouldn't
really
be.
not.
You shouldn't be.
And I thought about I laughed when I got the rap from Apple because I'm like, this bitch ain't put out a visual, ain't put out no tour dates. All she said was I will have a tour next year for 2023. And we still just listen to the damn album every day, every other day. No visuals, no flyers for no tour dates, no ticket master, no nothing.
Child.
We all
And y'all
just
gonna be sitting there waiting too.
I think she may do it like next summer. Whenever she do, I got some money saved because I'm trying to sit.
Y'all gonna wait until whenever she drop a
I'm
date.
trying
Y'all
to
gonna be
sit and
ready.
I'm
I
trying to
don't know
have
if
my
I'm gonna be
outfit
ready.
ready.
I don't know if I'm gonna be ready. I can't even. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, child. I don't know where I'm gonna be at in 2023. Because I have not saved a dime for that concert.
I almost spit out my drink.
I just can't. I can't think that far ahead, y'all. So I'm not even gonna play with myself. I didn't do my rap. I didn't
You
do my
didn't do
little
your
rap
rap
thing,
yet?
no child. I know who would probably be on it. Like all I've really been listening to is Duran, Bernard, Jasmine, Ari, Beyonce. Um, that's really been my top. That's been my top that I've been listening to. And now I have, you know what? I haven't even really been listening to Christmas music. And that is rare for
I know.
me.
Most of the time you beat me to it.
Exact. I have not. I don't know. This I don't oh Lord. Am I depressed?
No. You probably just tired because I tried to play it before December the 1st and I was like, it's not giving. So then I
I
cut the
don't
shit off
know.
and started listening to my regular stuff. And then December the 1st, it was like some switch flipped. And I was like, except for I didn't play All I Want for Christmas because y'all have ran that shit in the ground.
Per usual.
I know that signifies Christmas. I get it. But I don't want to play that to start off the month. So I started, what did I play on December the 1st? I think I played PJ Morton,
Yeah, he has a
This
good
Christmas.
Christmas. He has a
Yeah.
good Christmas
That's like
album.
one of my favorite Christmas songs. That This Christmas and Merry Christmas Baby, the bounce version. Y'all go check out my Instagram story. I was listening to it earlier. Um, what else? I even made us a Christmas playlist.
Yes.
And it's
Yes,
very
yes,
cute. It's
yes.
got Otis and Bonquisha on there.
As it should.
And
It has all of the great
the
hits.
classics.
All the classics.
You know it's
With a little
Christmas.
extra.
Yeah, with a little extra. You know you hear the Temptations. In my mind, that's a switch right there.
That's when you know it's hit the fan.
I can't hear every time I hear that, I think about next Friday, because that's how next Friday starts. In my mind, and you be like, okay, that's the cue right there. I know what that is.
All right, so let's go ahead and close it. Let's do a recap of what we've been talking about today, which is what? Vulnerability.
Yes.
We've given the definition of vulnerability. We've shared our own vulnerable stories. We've shared where we are on this vulnerable journey. Definitely a journey I'm still working on. I will consistently work on, and I hope to encourage others to work on their vulnerability journey. Because I feel like we will get so much further in the world if we all just learn how to be a little more vulnerable, as well as respect others' vulnerability. So with that being said, what are the gems that you are going to drop today? Darn.
Dang, you putting the gems on me. Let me see. What's a gem? You can be vulnerable, but you have to have boundaries also.
Of course.
Um like you have to have a timetable. Well, not really a timetable, but just if you're gonna be vulnerable with people, expect um expect that maybe one day mad day will come and they're gonna get mad at you and then air your business out. Like be ready for it. Like it's a thing that happens. So I mean you can't really be prepared, like so prepared for your vulnerabilities to be aired out to others other than the person that you told it to. And then another gem is when people are being vulnerable with you, um sometimes they don't want you to respond or give you a little piece of nugget. Sometimes they just want you to listen. And then the third gem is don't be using people shit against them. Don't do that. Even when y'all get in an argument, don't do that. That's rude.
Not you having multiple gems, but
Wow.
solid,
That
solid
never
gems.
happens. That never
Solid
happens.
gems. The gem that I will leave with you guys today is understand vulnerability. To be vulnerable is your strength. It is not a weakness. It is the most powerful thing that you can do, be, express, explore. So please explore your strength, your biggest strength, which is your vulnerability, which is you being honest and transparent with who you are to others. Now, whoever decides to be there for you, pick up those gems from you, whoever decides to connect with you, that is a blessing. Accept it. And if it don't work out, it's okay. You'll find somebody else to help you in that stage of life, whatever's going on.
All right.
So yes, that is the gems for today. I hope you guys leave the crumbs on the floor, but pick up the pieces, the gem pieces. That is.
I'm
And let's
sorry.
what?
We used to pick up the pieces. Pick up the pieces.
Y'all.
Sorry, my mind. My mind. My mind. My mind is not shitting. Y'all be thinking I'm the intelligent one. B is intelligent also, but y'all be thinking I'm the brain of the. No, I'm just as fucking stupid. Okay.
Now go ahead and close us out officially, Darm.
All right, y'all. So thank you guys for listening to us. Check out Royal Honda, Boot Krewe Media, and Rum Punch and Beignets podcasts are powered by Royal Honda, located on 5600 Veterans Boulevard in Metairie, where they have 80 pre-owned cars and 100 new cars. Visit royalhonda.com to find your new car today. Plus, it's Christmas. It's the end of the year. They trying to get rid of they inventory. Go ahead.
Go get that car.
Oh yeah. The next thing, y'all, I feel like the usher lady or the secretary lady at church reading the announcements.
These are the announcements
with
for
her
First Baptist.
with her program. With her program reading announcements on the mic like this. Good evening, everybody. Bless the Lord. Okay, let me quit playing. Y'all can catch us hosting a Christmas movie trivia night at Happy Raptor on 1512 Carondelet on Friday, December the 16th for 6 to 9 p.m. There will be special cocktails and all the nostalgia and the jokes from the holiday season.
So get your team together.
Yes.
It's going to be Jeopardy style.
Yes.
So make sure you get that ASAP. And come out and join us.
Anybody have any more announcements? Anything you'd like for me to add?
No. Girl, good outro.
Thank y'all for listening to this week's midweek jokes because we jokes real bad. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram and Twitter, RPB_podcast. Also watch us on YouTube. We got reels and shit up there now. Like we doing it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share everything. Visit the home team at bootkrewemedia.com and follow them on IG and Twitter under the same name. And catch all exclusive content, giveaways, and our brother and sister podcast. Yes. And we love y'all. Anything else we need to say to them?
No. Until next time. Peace.
Bounce your shoulder, feel the